Distinguished Minister, dear Peter Szijjarto, I am very pleased to see you again. On November 28, our leaders, Vladimir Putin and Viktor Orban, held very fruitful talks. We participated in them, and it was indeed a very useful conversation between the two leaders, who are focused on the national interests of their peoples and their states and act pragmatically and rationally. All the mechanisms of bilateral cooperation that have been established are functioning smoothly and effectively, and I am confident that today's meeting of the Intergovernmental Commission on Trade and Economic Cooperation will make a significant new contribution to the further strengthening of our mutually beneficial ties. This is seriously hampered by illegal sanctions imposed by our Western colleagues, in this case primarily by the leadership of the European Commission. But despite all these difficulties, trade turnover is growing thanks to the efforts being made by the relevant departments in Russia and Hungary. The flagship project to build the PAX nuclear power plant, new units of this major project, is being successfully implemented. Overall, the electric power industry is a priority area in our relations. This sector is also developing steadily. We are very pleased with how our cooperation in the cultural and humanitarian sphere is developing. Just recently, Hungary hosted another festival of Russian music dedicated to the work of Russian composer Sergei Rachmaninoff. Our contacts in the field of sport have received a new impetus, where we also have to defend the ideals of the Olympic movement, the ideals of the sports movement as a whole, overcoming illegal restrictions imposed on athletes for political and ideological reasons. Of course, our leaders also discussed international issues. 10 days have passed since then, but certain events have taken place during this period. I am sure that we will exchange views on how, in particular, the situation surrounding efforts to resolve the Ukrainian crisis will develop. Like the Russian Federation, Hungary sees one of the main tasks of these efforts as ensuring reliable security in Europe. This security structure, which took shape after the Cold War, is being seriously tested, and there is undoubtedly a need to return to the principles of equality, mutual respect and, of course, the indivisibility of security. Another crucial issue that both Russia and Hungary consider to be one of the prerequisites for resolving the Ukrainian crisis is a return to respect for international standards on the protection of the rights of national minorities. I am ready to share our assessment of the events and contacts that took place after the meeting between President Putin and Prime Minister Orban. We view the peace plan of US President Donald Trump for the Ukrainian settlement, currently under discussion, as a ray of hope. I fully support the Russian-American negotiations on this issue. We are confident that the Russian-American dialogue will lead to peace. When that happens, it will mark the end of the economic situation that has now developed in the world due to sanctions. Unfortunately, the sanctions lasted too long and had a significant impact on the global economy, but this was mainly due to Europe. It was not up to us. We believe that the new economic period ahead holds enormous opportunities for us. I would like to say that we have begun the process of replacing the legal entity that operates the Turkstream gas pipeline from the Netherlands to Hungary. We are also progressing faster than planned with the PAX project. The work that was scheduled for next year will begin as early as next week. We knew that achieving peace was not easy and would not be easy. We know that those who have previously obstructed peace initiatives will continue to do so, but we will try to prevent this from happening. I would also like to confirm what you said about cooperation in the field of sport. I would like to inform you that the women's basketball teams recently played 2 matches. It has been a long time since Europe has seen such collective sporting events. Thank you for the opportunity to meet, and thank you to your colleagues for organizing the Intergovernmental Commission on Economic Cooperation.